Welcome, restaurateurs. In this video, we're going to go over the process of building standard deals in a step-by-step process. After you've logged into your account, you'll want to go ahead and navigate over here to the Deals section where you'll see three tabs. The first one is for standard deals, the next one's for add-on deals, and the third tab is for once-in-a-lifetime deals. These deals have their own unique tutorial videos that we'll be covering later, so we're just going to go ahead and focus on standard deals and move forward. After we've chosen to create a standard deal, we're then presented with three options. This is a way of us simplifying things for you. You can build a deal where you discount a single menu item that you have. You can discount an entire order that a customer would have at your restaurant, or you can choose to create a custom deal if neither of these really applied to a discount that you would like to give. So I'm going to go ahead and focus on the single item for now. The very first thing it's going to ask you for is the name of the item. Now this is important that you not put in actual deal text. The only thing we want to know about here is the name. So I'm going to go ahead and choose pastrami sandwich. As you can tell, I'm logged into the Mike Sandwiches account, and that pastrami sandwich is pretty awesome. It's then going to ask you for the regular menu price for the item. Now, it's important to understand that the customers will never ever see this. It's just a tool that allows us to help you discount the item quicker. So we sell that sandwich for $7.75. The next step is going to ask you which particular choice in grammatical phrasing is correct for your item. So what we do is we give you kind of an example of a deal before the name of the item, and then we put in some choices. So let's pretend this was 10% off. It's asking, is it 10% off pastrami sandwich? That's a broken English choice, but it would work. 10% off a pastrami sandwich. Now that is grammatically much more correct. But the next choice is, of course, 10% off an pastrami sandwich. That wouldn't quite work because the first letter in pastrami is, of course, P, not a vowel. This would work for 10% off an avocado sandwich. Of course, the next choice is the 10% off any pastrami sandwich. This is actually the best choice for me because Mike's actually has multiple types of pastrami sandwiches and he wants to discount all of them. So we're going to go ahead and choose the off any pastrami sandwich choice. The next step is where you actually build your individual deals for the one item. This is a way we save you time. You can build up to 10 deals at once. So the first choices you have are discounts that are of a percentage off any pastrami sandwich. The next one would be a dollar amount off any pastrami sandwich. And of course, get any pastrami sandwich for only, and there's a set fixed price. The other options are where you can create really impactful deals like buy one, get one half off, buy one, get one free. You can give an item away for free. You can make it free with a purchase over a specific amount. A lot of options here. Most of these are, of course, for platinum deals. If you're wondering about the different types of deals and all these little gems, there are individual tutorial videos that discuss the strategies for building bronze deals, silver deals, gold deals, and platinum deals. But just understand that if you're building a deal for your bronze or silver customers, those are your frequent and infrequent customers who've already visited you. Your newer customers are going to be taking a look at the gold and platinum deals. There's also a video that discusses how our find system works and categorizes each of your customers. This is the secret sauce to making spends work, folks. You make sure you want to familiarize with those tutorial videos. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a couple of bronze deals. You want a nice variety of deals for the customers who already come to your restaurant. So I'm going to choose those. I am going to choose that 20% off for the silver deal. I like that 25% off gold deal. That's really good. And then I'm going to go ahead and choose the big one. I'm going to choose half off on the platinum deal. Again, remember, only customers who've been passing up on all of my deals would ever see this platinum deal. It is really designed to get those new customers in the door. The next choice I could have is to sell it with a particular dollar off amount. If that applies, maybe you've got a deal that customers are already aware of. Maybe that's better for you. You can choose a custom amount if you like. The next one is, of course, to get any pastrami sandwich for only, and bang, you've got yourself a specific price point. Now, this, of course, is really good because most of my customers know that we sell it for $7.75. So if I sold that for $6.50 or $5, the customers know that's a very good deal. Now, I'm going to go ahead and skip all of these and just stick with these deals because that's what I like for this particular single item choice. So I'm going to choose next. The next step is going to ask me about redemption codes. If you've got a point of sale system that allows you to create unique codes for each item so that you can better track your discounts and purchases, come on in here and choose to add a code. You can generate them with numerous points of sale software have this functionality, so you should be able to do this pretty easily. You can, of course, choose to skip it, like we're going to do. The next step is one of the most important steps, and that's where you actually add the image to your actual deal. So you need to keep in mind that deal images in food photography are very important. So we provide you with a lot of stock images if you don't have a lot. But if you do have your own deal images, we would highly recommend you use those. I'm going to go ahead and choose to upload my own images. Once I've done so, I've got the option to look at my library or the stock images, and I can choose the upload button. If I wanted to look at stock images, I could just click this, and then I have tons of search terms I could look for. If I found something that really matched my food, I would choose that. But I'm going to go ahead and choose the My Library, and I'm going to choose to upload an image. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a picture of my pastrami sandwich, and I'm going to go ahead, if I'm doing this on a mobile device, of course, it'll just take you right to your gallery. I'm going to choose Open, and when I do, the cropping tool comes in. So this allows me to choose where I want the image crop to display for my food photography. Likely you have an image that is a large, like rectangular or 2:3 ratio image. Spins uses a 1:1 image ratio, much like you see Facebook and Instagram use. Now, as you can tell, it's a little zoomed out here on the right, so I'm going to trim that in a little bit and come down, and that looks just right. I'm going to go ahead and choose Confirm, and now it'll apply that crop to my image, and that image is uploaded. Immediately after that image is uploaded, you'll notice that I get an option to upload another image. You can upload to 4. Keep in mind that this needs to be the image of the exact same item. You want it to be the exact same item. Maybe you've got other angles you like to look at. You know, you have choices because your regular customers and infrequent customers are going to be seeing this deal a lot, and you might want to mix it up because they'll only see one of these deal images per time. Maybe you just want to give them a fresh look at that particular item. I'm just going to leave it with the one image. I'm going to choose Done. Now that I've come back here, I can choose, since I have the selected image already selected, I'm going to go ahead and choose Next. Now I get to the advanced settings. This is an important part. This is where you actually make the deal fit your unique restaurant's needs. So let's go ahead and take a look at deal terms first. All you have to do is just touch these individual links. These are the standard deal terms that all Spins deals come with by default. And these are the most common choices. Things like no cash value, while supplies last, cannot be combined with any existing offers, valid at only locations shown, limit 1 per Spins deal. These are the types of things that you want on every deal. But if you need to add an additional restriction, you can come down here and choose to add that. Of course, we highly recommend you don't do this. It will have a negative impact on the success of your deal. But you can go ahead and do that. If you just know for a fact that there's something here that doesn't quite apply to this unique deal, you know your restaurant, go ahead and put that in there. I'm going to go ahead and skip that because we don't have any of those needs. I'm going to choose Done. The next option is to look at the valid times. By default, it's set that this deal is available at my restaurant at all hours. But let's say I didn't have my pastrami sandwich available during breakfast hours. I could then choose to not make it available at open. I could move it up to, say, about noon, so it's only a lunch counter item. If I did actually have a breakfast item, I would then choose to keep it open from the moment that deal is available, from the moment we're open, and then I could choose to make it so that it would only run till we closed. Basically, I have multiple choices here. If you have an item that's only available at certain times of the day, just choose what times those are, create a window, and you're good to go. Of course, I want my pastrami sandwich available all day, so I'm going to choose Done. The next option is, of course, valid days. This is how you select if maybe you have an item that is only available on weekends, or maybe it's only available on a certain day of the week. Maybe it's only available on a certain selection of days per week, like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You can then choose to do that. I'm going to go ahead and select it because my pastrami sandwich is available all week. And I'm going to choose Done. The last option here is the run dates, and it's currently set to ongoing by default. That means that this deal will start immediately, and it really doesn't have any particular end date. If, however, you wanted to create a limited time offer, you could very easily just uncheck both of these, choose when the deal starts, and then choose when the deal ends. If, for instance, you've got a deal that you need to make available sometime around the holidays, when you know you're going to have that item available, you can choose to just go ahead and let it go perpetually, but it only starts on a certain date. And conversely, you could have it start immediately and then basically have a particular date in time when you would have it come to an end. There's multiple ways to work these run dates. Make sure to play around with it and watch more strategy videos in our Help Center if you want to learn more. So once I know that I've got all these advanced settings as I like, I'm going to go ahead and choose to finish the deal creation. And there we go. The deal was successfully created. And there they are, my 2 bronze deals, my silver deal, my gold deal, and my platinum deal. If at any moment I wanted to edit any one of these deals, I can just simply come on over here and hit the edit icon. It takes me immediately into the edit deals interface, and you can see what the customer sees. This is the deal image they get. Here is the deal text. If you needed to edit the deal text or the deal's name, you can just come here and hit edit, and it takes you right to the section of the deal creator where that was applicable. We're going to come back. If I wanted to change the deal type, by default, it's set to standard, but if I wanted to switch it to once in a lifetime, I can do that here. We will discuss once in a lifetime deals more in the future, but these are essentially the final offer, the greatest offer you'd ever want to make to a customer. You can choose to switch it to that. Highly recommend you watch the strategy video so you understand that more. I'm going to switch it back to a standard deal. If I needed to add a redemption code after the fact, I could choose to do so here. If I wanted to add or edit any images, I can make sure to come back in here and change that. And of course, the deal terms can all be edited here as well. I'm going to go ahead and choose to be done here, but just note that if I needed to, I could pause the deal so that it would not be running. This is kind of like a temporary stopgap. Let's say I ran out of pastrami one week. I could choose to pause the deal and then come back. It's a pretty simple tool. I can also choose to archive a deal if it's expired and I just want to build something else. Now that we've gone ahead and created a standard single item, I'm going to go ahead and create an entire order deal. So once we come in here and choose that, as you can see, we have the ability to create up to 10 deals at once again. These, of course, provide you with two options, a percentage off your entire order or one of these really great $5 off $20 kind of offers. So you can see that you can add more of these if you find the dollar amount that really fits with something that you've got on your menu. I'm going to go ahead and just choose the $5 off $20. Now that's a really great one. I like it. It's a silver deal. I'm going to go ahead and move forward with that. Oh, see, it asks me if I only want to move forward with building one deal. The reason it asks me this is because it's really in your best interest to build a variety of deals, especially on the silver and bronze range. These are your frequent customers and they're going to be spinning your deals and seeing them all the time. You'll want to give them a fresh variety and you'll want to ratchet up the quality of the deals. So let's just say one of your customers came by and saw you a week ago. They maybe don't want to come back that first week, but by the time they get up into your better bronze deals after having swiped left on them, they'll start seeing some better deals. Then they'll move up to silver. They're definitely going to come in. Of course, what's great about having those loyal customers is once they come in on a bronze deal, they're very likely to come back in on another bronze deal because you're going to know how to build them with a lot of strategy because you'll have watched one of the strategy videos. I'm going to go ahead and skip this and don't worry about building a variety. I'm just going to choose to continue with one deal. It brings me immediately to the redemption codes area. It's going to ask me to add a codes. I'm going to go ahead and skip that again. It's now going to ask me to add an image to an offer that is really a discount on an entire order at my restaurant. That means it could be any particular item, and it might be confusing if I put a particular image up of one particular item of food. What I want to use for an image for an entire order deal is an image that is indicative of my restaurant entirely. Now, you might be known as the home of a particular type of food. Maybe that is the particular item you use. Maybe it's a picture of the front of your restaurant. Maybe it's a collection of a lot of your food. I'm going to go ahead and choose the Use My Images, and I'm going to upload an image that I have that I think will work best. So let's take a look at what I've got here. I got a couple of my bags. You know, people know my logo. That's an okay choice. I have a choice of my logo on the front of the building. It looks nice, but you know, there are times when the crop might not work with this later on because we'll have different screens that customers will see and it kind of crops in a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and go with this smorgasbord of sandwiches because I could choose the logo on the side of the building, but I like that smorgasbord of sandwiches. I'm going to go ahead and choose that. That is now my deal image for when I am discounting an entire order. I like it right about there. Let's choose confirm. There you go. Whole bunch of robust hoagies there with some of them with the great seeds. It's going to look great. Once that deal is actually saved and chosen, I could add to upload another image. Let's say I just decided, go ahead. Let's go with the building, the side of the building. Everybody drives by it. They all see it. I'm going to go with that. There we go. Again, we want to recommend you not necessarily use logos, but in this case, it works pretty well. Maybe the front, the face of your building is more identifiable. Maybe there's something that just really sticks out. You'll just want to use whatever works best for you. I'm going to go ahead and choose done. Once I know my two selected images are in their correct slot, I'm going to go ahead and choose next. I now have the option to change any of my advanced settings for the entire order. I'm going to use the exact same settings I used on the standard single item deal. I'm going to choose to finish that deal creation. It was successfully created. And there it is, my $5 off any order of 20 or more. I can cycle through and see the different images. And if I needed to, I could come in here and edit it. I can add any more images or take away. I can do all the same options I showed you before. And this is the kind of thing that the customer would see. So now that we've built a deal for a single item and an entire order, let's go ahead and wrap it up by choosing to create a deal through a custom deal. Again, why would you do this? Well, custom deals are for when you've got maybe something really unique and special to your restaurant and you know what it is. Go ahead and put that in here. We provide you with sort of a template choice here. You can choose to buy one entree and 2 beverages and get 1 entree free. There's lots of different things. Maybe you can come in here and just edit it. I've actually already got one selected. It's going to, we're going to get a free medium drink with each sandwich you purchase. There you go. That's my choice for my, and I couldn't do that with my single item creator or my entire order. So I'm going to go ahead and choose next. It's going to ask me if I want a redemption code. Again, I'm going to skip that. It's now going to ask me if I want to pick a deal image. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I will choose to upload a picture of our medium drink. There we go. And now I'll just choose that crop and choose confirm. Once it shows that it's saved, I can go ahead and just choose done. And now I know my selected image is correct. I'm going to choose next. Again, no changes to my advanced settings. I'm going to go ahead and finish that deal creation. And now we've created both single item, entire order, and rounding it up, we built a custom deal for a medium drink. If you want to learn more about how to build deals according to specific strategies for customers, or you want to learn how our Find system helps you to identify the customers you're trying to target, go ahead and head over to the Help Center and watch all of our tutorial videos there. Thank you so much for watching.